You've not only completed your bachelor's, but also done your master's in digital learning games from Estonia. What is the importance of education in the modern age, especially considering all the discussions surrounding online learning and resources that are readily available to everyone today?
We have this pretext that is going on, right? Is that like if you want to become something, that education is not the best place to go to right now, especially in computer sciences, because you have pretty much everything available online. I do think like it is true to some extent, because in Pakistan especially, the education is a little bit behind on the tech side, and I think we have quite a huge room to move forward. However, I think you have to realize that you want to live a life at the end of the day. And I think that's where I think education becomes really important. It is not just the place where you go and take subjects and pass them and that is it. It is actually a social location. You are meeting people, you're building connections, you are building professional connections, you are becoming part of almost like a society. You are going to be having people that are going to support you, you're going to be supporting people, and a bunch of other things. I found the optimal way to skip enough number of classes and everything so I can study game development, which means DirectX, C++, Unreal Engine, and so on. And part of it was also talking to teachers, talking to seniors, talking to other people, and like finding opportunities. My first job, which I was working in with Unreal Engine, though it was not in a game development studio, I got it because I was doing Unreal Engine, and my supervisor, through their connections, they were looking for someone who works with Unreal Engine, and he just recommended me, and it was like, oh, okay, I get it. Second thing is about the content that the university is teaching. Now, like I said, there is things that are lacking. However, they still have a curriculum for, like, in terms of programming for computer sciences, which means that if you're interested in being a programmer, you're going to learn math, you're going to learn programming, you're going to learn data structures, you're going to learn data patterns and stuff like that. Now, yes, you can learn them if you don't go to university, but if you do not have a mentor to guide you into those things, you might not even touch those subjects for maybe a decade or two. And as a programmer, if you do not know those things, I'm sorry, but like you cannot get those programming positions that people are looking for, because programming and coding, it's not just about writing instructions, it's actually about problem solving. So that was like a really important aspect for me, right? And I talk to people nowadays. Yes, there are people, new game devs, who have not gone through programming education and stuff like that. Yes, they are good with coding. However, very few of them are actually problem solvers, and more of them are focused on tutorials. They are like, if there is no tutorial available, they do not know what to do. It's that simple. You don't know how to read documentation, you do not know how to make documentations, you do not know how to collaborate with people, and all of those things are important aspects into the professional life. Finally, and this is the most important part for me, is finishing up what you have started. If you have started an education and you give up on it because you didn't feel like it, that sets up a bad precedence for your professional life, which means that if you were on a project that you didn't feel like working on, you're going to leave. And that makes you not valuable for market. Bachelor's is like a project. It's a 4-year project. You're doing a lot of learning. You have goals and targets, and by the end of it, you're finishing up. And funny enough, games can take 4 years. Games can take 10 years. You can look at Cyberpunk 2077. You can look at Outer Wilds, which I've talked about, right? And these games have taken nearly decades, if not more. Cyberpunk, I believe, has taken more than a decade. So when we are talking about game development, we are also thinking about like, what if you are in a scenario where you're stuck to this one thing for years upon years? Are you gonna just give up and leave when it's the most crucial time? It was the education that I had, that I was like someone who had done programming like academically, is what actually got me in. So I found the CTO, we talked, I've done Unreal Engine through that, I've done my bachelor's and everything, and I'm doing my master's, and I'm excited for this. And that's where, you know, they were like, hey, okay, we can give you a chance. So there are opportunities that are available that you can only get through education. And there was like this, and I think if I hadn't done bachelor's, I would have been in a very worse position. And also, I wouldn't, like, think about it this way, I wouldn't be able to be in talent today if I didn't had my bachelor's, because the way I got to talent was through getting into master's program. I don't know how else to actually go out if I'm lacking on skills as well, and I do not have that education as well when I had the opportunity to take the education.